Okay, so now no audio. So Raj, are you not able to hear me? It's clear from the start. I don't know, someone feels that my audio is not clear. So just ping me or write in the chat that I'm not audible if you feel something. Some people feel my audio is clear. Okay, so now first thing, which software you have to download for this course, or which things you have to do before the class, before we really start the coding. So first, one of the software which you have to download is one second. Okay, so one of the software which you have to download is Visual Code Studio, and the link is provided here, code.visualstudio.com. And most of the time, whatever I do in the class, you have to do at the same time, or I will give you some time after the 30-minute session, so you can do at that time. So that I don't want you to do it after later time when you don't have time and you forget to do the things. So whenever we make live project, or whenever I want you to do something, you have to do when I do along with me, or you have to do after the class, after 30 minutes when I will give you the time. So first software which you have to download is this one. Since I'm using Windows, you can see download for Windows here. Since I have already downloaded it, I will not download again, but you have to download. I'll put the link in the chat also, and I'll put the link in the notepad also. Okay. So this is the first software we have to download. So this is the editor. Basically, this is the editor which we will be using while coding our lectures. So this is the first software. Let's go to the second software which we have to download. Second thing which we have to do is we have to download the Git. So this is the link for the Git. Now, what is Git? Basically, I will not talk in detail about that, but I will do in some time in future lesson. So second thing which you have to download is the Git and install it. If you have Mac, this Git is already installed, but if in Windows, okay, no audio. What happened? Audio, is my audio there or no? Pooja cannot hear me. Audio is fine. Someone feels the audio is fine and someone feels the audio is not fine. Let me check. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me check. Okay. Can you hear me now? Everyone? Yeah, I also tested. I'm audible. If someone is not able to hear me, the problem is in your microphone maybe. Someone is not able to join. Let me give him the link again. Okay, so next software which you have to download is the Git one. I will put in the URL. So this is the Git for Mac, Windows, Linux, whatever version you have to download this Git software. Now let's see what other thing you have to download. So for the Windows user, you have to download Git Tortoise also, that is this link. So if you're Mac user, Git Tortoise is not available, but for the Windows user, you have to download this one. So this is called the Tortoise Git. I will put it in the URL to show you. So this is the Git Tortoise. It helps us to commit our changes in the code base. Next we will go is the nodejs. So next here to download is nodejs. All these softwares are already in my computer, so I'm not downloading it again. But you have to download it for the class, and this will help us to understand our lectures. So next is nodejs. This is the URL for nodejs. Let me see what people are saying. Okay. So, okay, this is nodejs. Let's go in another one. So we will be working in Node and React, and for both this we need the Node.js software. So you can download this current one, whatever you current one, or yeah, LTS one, not the current one. This LTS, and we have Windows, Mac, and source code for the Linux users. Voice is not audible. Soma Sundaram. So maybe Soma, you rejoin the meeting, because many people can hear the voice. Try to rejoin or try to adjust your mic. Now some people ask me to do the YouTube streaming rather than this meeting, free conference meeting. The problem with YouTube streaming is that I don't have the two-way conversation. So when I start teaching, I need the two-way conversation. I need your inputs so that I can work it properly. With YouTube streaming, it's one-sided, and chat goes on very fast, so I won't be able to keep up with the YouTube streaming. That's the reason I started with this free conference call. And in free conference call, I can take maximum of 1,000 participants. So that is the reason I started. And you can interact with me directly. If you have any questions, you can ask me directly. You can talk with me, and it is much better. Okay. So if you have audio issues, you can watch the recording later, because many people can hear audio, and if someone has audio issue, they can so someone is saying mobile app has audio issues. Join with the laptop, and so maybe it is that try to join with laptop, or in mobile also. I just not tested, it is working fine. I don't know why some people feel audio problem. Anyway, let's go further now. So after Node.js, we will use another one. All softwares are done, but you have to register on one of the websites which we will use in our project, and that is called Firebase console. So link, I will provide all the link also in the chat, and in the Telegram also I will put all this link. So if you cannot copy here, you can use in the chat or in the Telegram group. I will be putting links there. So basically my main aim is that you should be aware of JavaScript, object-oriented JavaScript, interview questions in JavaScript, and you should be able to create projects in reactjs, nodejs, and this is the backend technology which we will be using along with our projects in reactjs and nodejs. So this is my main aim, and we will be doing about 300 to 400 500 JavaScript problems related to interview. So that is my aim to do in this course. So I will copy this and I will put it in the chat. So if you have audio issues, maybe you can watch later. I have started the recording also. And for this is the first lesson I will be starting. Maybe you try to fix your audio problem today. From tomorrow you can listen properly. Okay, I will put this in the chat and also in the Telegram chat. Okay, so I put all this in the Telegram chat and the chat. So basically I will start with the reactjs first, and then we will go with the JavaScript inside the reactjs. So you will run reactjs also, and you will run the JavaScript also together with the reactjs. So one of the things which I will first do, one more thing you have to do is you have to register your name. You have to register your name or your details in the gitlab.com. So GitLab is the place where we create the Git repositories and which we will be using in our course. So you can go here and select sign in or register. So if you're a new user, you have to register here. And if you're if you are already registered, you can log in. So I will, since I have already registered, I will log in directly. Otherwise, you have to register first. Okay, so I will put my username and my password. My username is Manish Kanchanani in GitLab, and I will sign in. So here I come after sign in, and here I have to create the new project. Since I have already lot of projects, but I will be creating one. I will be creating one now for the class which I will be using in this class. So I will create a blank project and I'll give some name. For example, teaching. And I'll keep it private. I don't want it to make it public. It will be private to me. So I'll be using private. And if I want to use it, if I want people should use my repository, I can make it public. So let me make it public right now. And I will create the project. So I will not be using this SH key. So I will just close it. And I'll close this one. And then I will set up these things in my local. Okay, so first I register it and then I will configure this thing in my local so that I can use this Git repository in my project. So what I will do, I have Visual Studio Code. So I will open that Visual Studio Code. Okay, this is my Visual Studio Code, and I will open the folder here and see, you will see a lot of folders are there in GitLab, whichever is my projects are there. I will create a new folder. I will just say teaching, and inside teaching I'll select the folder. Okay, so what you want me to repeat, Akash? Okay, so GitLab thing. So I'll open GitLab again and I'll repeat the thing. So I will go to the GitLab and I will register my name in the GitLab. Since I have already registered, I am already logged in to this GitLab website. So after you logged in, it will just create the new project. And in the new project, you start from the blank project, give some name, blah, 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 and give some description, and either choose the private or public. Since you will be working alone, you can choose private, but I have chosen the public. It's up to you. If you want to share your repository to someone, you can choose the public. Otherwise, you can keep it private and create the new project. Click the Create Project button. So I have created the new project, and my project is called Teaching. And now I will be using this configuration to set up in my local. So how to do that? I am showing you that one. So I will open the Visual Studio and I will open the folder, and I will open this folder, which is the folder which I just now created, that is called the Teaching, and I select the folder. Once I select the folder, you will see this teaching is there. So I'm inside the folder. I'll go to the new terminal. Why I'm going to the new terminal? I'm going to the new terminal to set up the Git. Now I'll go to these details to set up my Git. So first I will start with this one, Git clone, and this line. Now I will paste this Git clone inside my teaching, but since I want to clone this inside my teaching folder, so I will put a space and dot. So the thing is that if I directly do this git clone till teaching.git, then it will create a new folder inside my teaching folder, and then it will be this kind of subfolder. But since I want to install this git in my teaching folder, so I'll just put dot at the end. So wherever I am in the current project, I'll be creating the git repository there. So I'll just put dot and press enter. If I would have been in the GitLab folder, like this GitLab folder, then I would have done git clone till .git. But since I'm already inside the teaching folder, I have to use a dot in the end so that Git should be inside my teaching folder. Now it's saying that you appear to have cloned an empty repository. Just let me create one file, and I'll so don't worry about this too much, how to use a Git right now. I will be taking more details when the time will come. So I'm doing some commands which you don't have to worry right now. I don't want to jump you in that mode now, but I will do it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will go more into details. What is it git add is there and what I am doing. So this part I'm just doing. I don't want you to worry about these three parts, which I will do tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because today I don't want to jump into Git too much. Okay, so So this is the folder which I have created in my Visual Studio Code, and I will be creating a lot of folders and projects here in my teaching folder. So one of the folder which I will create is JavaScript, where I will put all the JavaScript related material inside this one. Second folder which I will create is reactjs, where I will putting all the reactjs material here. All the projects of reactjs will come inside the reactjs. Next folder which I will create is nodejs, and all the nodejs projects I will put inside this nodejs folder. So these are the three folders which I have created in my teaching folder, and I will be creating a lot of other folders inside these three folders. So now we will also start with the React project today, and I will install one of the first React project inside my code repository. So let's go and install the React project. I will give you the command also how to create the React project. So once you install the nodejs, you can then install the React one. So first you have to do nodejs installation. After you download it and install it, you can start the React project. Without nodejs, React will not work. So let me now install the first React project. So the command to create the React project is this one. I will put it in my notepad. So I'm doing reactjs since 5 years. I'm doing since 2015. So just to let you know. Though I'm doing JavaScript since 2002, but with the reactjs I'm working since 2015. Okay, now let's install the first project in the React. So it will be npx. Once you install the node, this command will be already there with you. So this command is the node command. So once you install node, you will be able to use this command. So without node, you won't be able to install the React kind of thing, because all the modules, all the things React needed is through Node.js. So without Node.js, you cannot install the React. And I will name the project. So I will say hello world. So this is my first React project. I will create inside the React folder. Let's go to that folder. So since I'm in the teaching folder, I have to go into the reactjs folder. So I'll go into the reactjs folder. Yeah. And here I will run this command, npx create react app hello world. And then it will install the React in my machine or in this folder in the reactjs. So this is the first folder which I have created just to show you how the things, how to install the reactjs. So now whatever things is happening, you see, it's loading, it's extracting, and this is all done through Node.js. So Node.js is needed. Without Node, you cannot do all these commands. I will wait now for this to complete, and then I can use the React after that. So in this first project, I will be installing the Bootstrap. So let's go to the Bootstrap website till this gets completed. Let's go to the Bootstrap and see what we are going to do in our first project. So I'll go to Bootstrap. and I'll go to Bootstrap one. So if you see, Bootstrap is kind of CSS library which I will be using in all my projects, because because you know, you can build the complete website in CSS also, but this Bootstrap gives lot of examples, lot of ready inbuilt tools, which makes my site fast, and I will be using this Bootstrap in my websites, all my websites. We will also be doing material UI in some of the projects to uh, understand how the material UI work. Material UI is also good thing, is nice. Material UI. So in some projects we will do material UI also, but right now we will not concentrate on material UI. We will be using the Bootstrap one. So see, Bootstrap has a very nice template which we will get ready already in my React project. So this is the sample pages done using the Bootstrap. So I will be using Bootstrap right now for few of the projects in the start. Okay, let's see where is our project reached. So it's still installing. It takes time. It takes too much time. So I will wait till it gets completed. So once I install this, I will run it and I will show you how it looks in the screen. And then we are done with today's lecture, and we will install the Bootstrap tomorrow. And by the time you will also install all the softwares, and you will be also creating this project in your local repo, and we will move tomorrow with this repository, that is the hello world. So let me complete this hello world, and then we're done with today's one. Okay, let's open this one. So we will be using the Bootstrap in our whole course, and I will talk much more about Git also tomorrow. By the time you install the Git and all the things today. Okay, let it complete. I will be doing ES6 in my whole course, so you will learn ES6 also. So till the time this get installed, if you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask me. Otherwise, let it go, and then I'll show you. NPX, generally NPX just now came in since few months I'm using the NPX. It's a part of Node package manager only, and it allows me to use without really installing the package. So for example, create React app is the package. Okay, so create, I'll tell you this, create React app is the package. Is a package. So initially before NPX, I used to install this create React app like npm install -g and create React app. So I was using this before NPX, and now after since few months they created this NPX, and then I can use this create React app without really installing the package. So it's working like this. I won't be okay. Typescript is it's directly used to execute the package. Night Fury is writing. NPX is used to directly execute the package. Yeah, so without really installing, we can execute this package. So Typescript is something, when you write JavaScript, you have to mention if it is a string and whether it is a int. So that is used in the TypeScript. But whereas in ES6, it's a normal JavaScript, but it has few more things which are very useful to use in our project. I won't be doing TypeScript too much. I have done in some of my projects TypeScript, and I feel that it is a lot of waste of time if I use TypeScript, because everywhere I have to mention if it is a string, if it is an integer, or everywhere I have to write that, and it takes my a lot of time. And I want to build the project as quickly as possible. And with the TypeScript, it takes too much time. Though I have done in some of my projects to understand how TypeScript works, but it's not my favorite thing. I just try to avoid TypeScript. But if it is needed, I can use that. Okay, so it's done. Right. Pooja is writing strict data type used in TypeScript. Yeah, that's what TypeScript is used. You have to do strict typing, that it is a string, integer, and if you write a function, whether the return value is integer or whatever it is. So I created this Hello World project, and inside that I created the React project. Now what we have to do, we have to go to the Hello World, cd Hello World, and I'm inside the Hello World, and then I have to run the command npm start. So I'll run the npm start command. Okay, so let's see something. So I might be already running in this port. Let me say yes, so it will run in 3001 port. Okay, so it is running in the port 3001, localhost 3001. So this is my first page. When I install the React, you will see this is the page which will appear on the when we install the React initially. And we will edit this page, and we will do a lot of changes in this page to understand how the React works. And along with this, you have to go inside the Hello World folder. So Jibendu is writing, I'm getting the error missing script start. So you have to go inside the Hello World folder. Are you inside the Hello World folder? So we will be editing this page a lot. Okay. So if you're getting this error, try to run the command inside the Hello World. Try to run the command npm install again, and then try. Sometimes I have seen. And are you on Mac or Windows? So yeah, sometimes in Mac the libraries are not installed properly. So if error sometimes comes, I use like this sudo npm install. After you are inside the Hello World program, Hello World folder, I use sudo command, because some things needed admin permission, so all things are not installed correctly. No, you don't have to use init. Maybe, I don't know. I never use npm init React app. I use npm init in some other thing, or try yarn. So yarn is also similar to node, and you can use yarn also, but npm should work. Okay, so you try it yourself, otherwise tomorrow I'll help you. Help you with your folder. So this is all for today. So we have seen this initially page, how it looks. We will be going more in detail into this React project, and also I will start with some of the interview questions of JavaScript, because we have to do 300 to 500 questions, and that may take a lot of time. If we only concentrate on the React, we will avoid that thing, the JavaScript, that is problem. So we have to finish that also together. Also, one thing I will do, which I forgot to write here, is that this 300 to 500 in JavaScript problems related to interview, this also includes data structures. That is the most important part. Data structure and algorithms. So this is also we have to cover in this interview question, because this is the part which is frequently asked in interview. So any questions for today? Because today's session is over. Whatever I want to show you, I showed it, and tomorrow we'll really start with our React project, and also we will do the JavaScript, some of the JavaScript interview problems. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. You can unmute yourself and ask, or you can put it in the chat.
For today it's clear, Manish.
Okay, thank you.
Today is clear, but can you please summarize the closure concept?
What is your question?